Oh, biscuits.
Hold on one second. There we go.
How anticlimactic.
Maybe this will help.
When doesn't that help?
So, due to a
circumstances within our control,
Stuart is here tonight.
I am here. Yeah, don't let those lies from Canada fool you.
He set aside 4 hours to watch Rise of Skywalker, and he finished it at about 5 to 7 Central. So he's with us tonight to give us a full rundown on all the wonderful Star Wars love that he saw.
I'm sorry, I didn't take pictures of what I threw up. Then I could have shared all that.
Stuart, are you in your kitchen?
I are in my kitchen. So I'm going to do this because we're going to have to get started right away with this. So here we are. And I know I've been talking about doing baking and cooking on the show, and I haven't yet. So I thought, oh, I could do this. So tonight we're going to be making, if you've seen Ted Lasso, this is my sheet that I made for for my recipes. So these are Ted Lasso biscuits, and they're real easy to make. Real easy. This is my brand new bowl. I got it for Father's Day. My wife got it for me. It's freaking brilliant. So I can set out my butter during the day. So it takes a half a cup of butter. Ooh. And so that's 2 sticks. And now I can put this in here. Hot diggity. And you can see what it looks like. So I just drop this down. Lock that in. Let's start whipping that. Whip it good. So in the meantime, you can get everything else together. This is, so you have a half a cup of butter. This is 3/4 of a cup of confectioner sugar. So after that gets kind of whipped up, then I'll start dipping this in a little bit.
Salvatore just came in and said, "What kind of show is this?"
God, so much noise. Woo! What'd you say?
Salvatore came in and said, "What kind of show is this?"
It's a game.
I feel like you should be using a Julia Child's accent while you do this.
Do you? Oh my! As long as I'm not bleeding.
Hello!
Why are you all spinning?
Now, just don't cut yourself and start bleeding like Dan Aykroyd did.
Freaking Dan Aykroyd. Yeah, that was awesome. Did my mic get louder? Or no? I just want to make sure.
You're fine.
Okay. So some of the other tools that you need one of these. I got these 8-inch no-stick pans, but that doesn't ever stop me from using parchment paper. I love parchment paper. And then I just buttered the sides. So, but this pan is perfect for this. I was trying to make it in a different pan, and it really wasn't easy. But parchment paper is my friend. And then we're going to use a little bit of vanilla. And this is our flour, our 2 cups of flour. So we already had our 2 sticks of butter, non-salted butter. That's what they suggest. But I like salt, so I don't know. And then
What
I'm
should the
putting
poll
in
be?
this. What?
Pete says we need a poll for tonight. What should it be?
I'll send you some possibilities.
What should it be? All right, so we got that in there. We'll let that go. You need something like this. This is my other gift that I got. I'll be bringing this to the Rise of Skywalker viewing whenever that happens, so I can smack Pete with it. So you just make sure you get everything down in there. I think you should do something baked. You know, like spicoli and something baked. Get it?
Yeah.
Should I tell my ghost story while Stuart's mixing?
Yeah,
That's
do
a
it.
great idea.
That is a nice mixer, Stuart.
Isn't it nice? I love the black.
So that's a nice mix. Those
Good today.
grenades are awesome. The gold standard. So my mom called me today, and she said something weird happened last night. She goes, I was sitting on the couch, like reading on my tablet, and she said she saw a person stand right next to her, like on her left, and so she looked over, and there was no one there. And then she said it happened at least 2 more times. But every time it happened, she said it was a different person. Like the clothes were different. And she turned to my dad and said, are you seeing any of this? Because what is happening? And he didn't notice anything. But she said, I guess he was close over. She couldn't really see the head or below the torso. It was just, because the person, I guess, was standing so close. So she was a little freaked out as to what the heck was going on. Or because she said it's never happened before.
Weird.
And so I said, well, do the whole setup again tonight during the show. And I said, if it happens, just really quickly type us an exclamation point in the chat. So if we know what happens. But that's got to be pretty creepy to see like at least 3 different people out of your peripheral vision. Especially since it's never happened before. It's not like it's something that happens every so often. It's just like it was a one-time thing.
They were in the house. Like she's in the house,
just sitting on the couch, looking at her tablet, and out of her peripheral vision, she said she could clearly see someone standing there. But she said every time she turned her head, they'd be gone. But then she said, at least 2 more showed up, but wearing different clothes. So it's not like it's a reflection of something because it kept changing. That's really weird.
Wow.
So,
Is Cher in her house?
We'll see if we get an update from her tonight. See if it happens again.
Wow. Well, I just put in a kind of a tablespoon and a half, maybe, of vanilla.
Well,
bring this over here a little bit.
I've sent you all 4 choices if you want to put in the poll. I can't put it in the poll, Jeff.
We're just send it.
I messenger to
I thought you said no beer tonight.
messenger. Not yet.
Maybe it would straighten out your speech.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Another thing you want to have is one of these scraper things. I never had one of these until, I don't know, probably 2 years ago or so. But they came in a 2-pack. 2-pack for sure. And on Amazon. So this is essential to this recipe. I'm going to drop this back down now that I put the flour in, and I've started adding just a little bit of cinnamon and nutmeg and ginger to the recipe.
Ginger.
Yeah. Now, I don't know why, but this doesn't the original recipe, I don't have vanilla on here, and I'm trying to see if. So I'm trying it tonight a little bit, see what happens. It doesn't seem odd, as if I never put it in before.
Ginger, I thought you were more of a Marianne guy.
Oh, I am a Marianne guy.
A Raquel Welch Marianne guy or a Don Wells Marianne guy?
I'm gonna have to go with a Dawn.
There you go.
I think Raquel would kill me.
So we got a poll going to name your show, your new show. The choices are baking with stew, getting baked with stew, stew baking, or cooking stew.
I like the second one.
So is everyone else. Stash said we need GoGameGo cooking utensils. I agree.
Oh man, that would be bitching.
Just check Amazon; they're probably there.
Pick up some masks while you're at it.
Oh man, Stashnet was there last night. Thank you again, Stashnet, for taking part in what a brilliant show that was last night. That was I don't know. There are many that were my favorite, but this one I put some time and effort and work into this one, just getting it together and setting it up and making sure it was something that, Niels Lozauer was my subject matter last night. He was our guest, and he was he's kind of not digging doing these anymore.
Right.
And I was talking to JD, and I loved JD's response. I mentioned it on the show last night. When I talked to him about getting a call to Zlo's, because he had spoken with him prior, he said, yeah, I talked to him on the phone. So I was like, well, cool. And he said, I don't know that he'll do your show. And I said, well, I'll give it a shot anyway. And did JD say, nah, I wouldn't even worry about it? He said, no, he didn't. He goes, yeah, go for it, man. See what happens. So I love it when people are positive like that. And they're like, no, man, just give it a shot.
TV's Hasselhoff said, I tune in late to see Heisenberg mixing something in the corner of the stream.
All right, so I'm going to take this thing off of here, because what I like to do anymore with cookies or things like this is there's nothing like the human touch, right? I mean, you can buy massage pieces and things like that, but man, there's nothing like the human touch. It's like the greatest gift, right? So
Ryan makes a good point about making these in the shape of like in television cards. You could do one big one in a GoGameGo logo shape.
Ooh.
We need a mold for that.
I do. That's really what you need, because it's got to go, as you'll see here in a minute. It's got to go. Is this tipped down far enough? Let me make sure I got that.
Yeah.
So what I do is I always like to knead this stuff, and then it always gives it a little more body. Same with the cookies are the same way.
Playing with it. Yeah. How do I?
What's that?
There. I'm just playing with it a little bit. Make him bigger.
Kurt wants to know if these biscuits will be like Lambert's biscuits, where you can throw them.
You could, but I was focused more on what Pete said. Playing with them a little bit to make it bigger. Oh Lord!
Christine's watching from Sacramento tonight. How about that?
Woo!
Your kitchen's going to be a mess when you get home, Christine.
No, I'll be ghosting myself.
Stuart, name 3 people who have never been in your kitchen.
Niels Lozauer, Pete,
And Jimmy Durante.
Are we supposed to include people that may never be? They'll never be able to make it, unless I go pull an illegal move and exhume their bodies from the ground and then bring it over here.
Yeah, Jimmy hasn't been in any kitchens in a long time.
No.
So, sir, what led you to do this? My Canadian friend happened to mention that he'd never been in my kitchen.
Well, nothing's new yet, Christine, but we're going to have new Ted Lasso biscuits here in just a few minutes.
She loves them.
Pete, there's a restaurant here in Missouri called Lambert's, home of the throat rolls.
Oh, yeah.
And you go there, and they walk around with you order your meal, but they walk around with a big bucket of sides. They just walk around and they slop it on your plate if you want it. But then one of the kids comes out with a big thing of big plate of rolls.
Yeah.
If you want one, you do one of these like this. And he just throws it at you.
That's awesome.
Oh,
what happens with all the ones that just end up in the corner?
Yeah, they sweep them up later.
Oh man, there are people, you watch them and they're not built for it. And that roll comes and it's just like boink and it's just gone.
That's hilarious.
You're like, oh man. So you want to pat these things down, just flat and even, get them evened out to the edge. And then one of the other reasons I love this thing, you can just lay it flat on here and just pat it down. That's
what you use your scraper for.
Yeah.
I had no idea what you're going to use the scraper for. I thought you were going to do some painting afterwards.
No, it's not that kind of scraper, young man.
But I was just waiting, patiently because I thought if anybody knows how to use that scraper, it'd be Stu.
Yeah, I'm going to have to use it to get Rise of Skywalker out of my collection.
Your DVD players,
I can't seem to just grab it and get it out of there. I'm going to have to scrape it out. It looks like it is.
So in the poll, we've had 7 votes, and all 7 are for getting baked with Stu.
Damn, that's brilliant.
Oh, here's Slappy with a good one.
Martha Stew. Oh, yeah.
Oh, how did we miss that one?
Yeah, how'd that one get by you? Oh, man, that's great. Because I'm watching, I'm currently in the 3rd season of Two Broke Girls. And they had that episode where they met up with Martha Stewart.
Oh, yeah.
And had her try their cupcakes and in the bathroom. All right, so once it's flattened out like this, then you want to get some paper, a wrap. Hold on, that's one thing I forgot. I'll be right back.
We do have a message from Junebug, but it's not an exclamation point. So no ghost yet. I was hitting the head the last time they were throwing a roll to someone. I remember that.
Oh my God! If I had that job of roll thrower, I would be fired quickly.
CC Mental said the same thing. We went to Lambert's and one of the waiters threw a roll at Junebug and pegged her in the head. Luckily, rolls are very soft, so it doesn't hurt at all.
Or is it straw? That's a straw. That's a straw. All right, so what I love this press and seal stuff. You guys use this? I like it because it's
seal.
Yeah, I like it because it's glass.
Got one of those.
It's always glass. So yeah, I will take a piece of this, and then this has to sit in the fridge. Which is why I wanted to get started straight away. I don't even, actually, I don't even know if I have time to
this is where you reach into the fridge and you pull out, and these are the ones I prepared now.
Well, Pete, I almost did that. I almost did that, and I just didn't because I'm like that. I'm ill prepared for that. This is my first baking show, so I don't know.
You need Rachel Ray there with you, Stuart.
Is she even on anymore?
I don't know. She started making dog food, and that's the last I saw of her.
Maybe they made her into dog food. That'd be terrible. Let me throw this in the fridge. I'll be right back. All right, here we go.
So earlier today, there was a guy who he put out a new game for Playdate.
Oh yeah,
and it popped up, and I saw it right away, and I was like, "I'm going to do a video on this." So I actually did the video. I had it up within less than an hour of him posting, and so it wasn't a review; it was just like a first look. So I played like the first 12 minutes or so. and it goes up, and he comments, watch the video, and he's saying, I just uploaded a new version. You uploaded you were playing the version that was wrong. I put it up there accidentally right off the bat, and he took it down, but I downloaded it really fast, and it had a developer code in there where you could skip to any level you wanted to, so we could test it out. Because in his description, he said the B is a secret, does something secret. So throughout the video, I'm hitting B, and I start seeing the counter up top. Like, what's that counter for? And it has like an A. I was pressing A, and apparently what I was doing is I was skipping around the game at the different levels. And he told me, he says, unfortunately, he goes, I thank you for the video, but he goes, I won't be promoting it because it wasn't being played correctly because I was doing the developer thing and I was hopping all over the place.
Oh man.
And I said, whatever you want. Personally, if I was him, I'd still do it because it's a video about your game. So
There you go.
and there was nothing bad about it. I mean, it was still, nobody would even know watching, to be honest.
And what was the game?
The game was called Cranky Bird.
Oh, okay.
It uses a Flappy Bird mechanic, but it doesn't play like it at all. It's like a platformer puzzler. Where the cool thing was it had like an Astro Smash scoring system, which I didn't realize till about 2/3 of the way through. So you would, whenever you pick up things, you get points, and if you hit something, because about halfway through, I was like, wow, you can't die in this game. And I realized why, because instead of dying, you just get points taken away.
Oh.
So it makes it kind of interesting because you've got to decide, do I want to go get these items that are right on top of these spikes? Because you kind of flap up and down, and it's hard to get to it. So it's kind of interesting. I like that idea.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, I saw that. I saw the video you did, right? I was checking that out.
Yeah, it was just this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Or around lunch, whenever. Can't remember.
Well, what's the other one you were playing the other day with the crank with the bird?
Oh, it wasn't a bird. I don't know what it was. Just some kind of little character.
The little character that would jump up. You had to jump
Crunky.
up. Okay. Yeah, see, that's why I was getting
that was cool because you were avoiding stuff by going left and right with the crank.
Yeah.
But the cool thing was you could whip that crank really fast, and the guy would go like really fast across the screen. Something you really can't do with a D-pad. So that was pretty neat.
Kind of like what I might do with Rise of Skywalker.
No.
Oh man, I felt like last night. I felt like after I got done, I felt like Pete because I spent some money after the show last night. I ordered a couple of Zloz's books, and I was like, now I know what Pete's talking about. They were investments. They're investments because the books are amazing, and he'll autograph it and everything like that. So, but he still has the Eddie Van Halen book, and then his FU book out there where he's got all the different rock stars over the years all flipping him off. So he's a proud fellow.
JD, I was just joking about your comment. It's just you were talking hockey, so I had to.
You were talking hockey. He was talking hockey last night. A little bit.
I got the baseball game on over here. Oh, it's cool that Heracle's here because I was just thinking earlier when he was on our 2-year anniversary show.
Yeah,
I forgot to mention Heracle was the very first subscriber to the GoGameGo channel.
Oh wow!
Get out.
And I only know because me and my son are friends, and at the time, I'd put up just a handful of videos, and I don't know how we noticed, but he ended up subscribing, so he was the very first one.
Wow. I remember when they popped on the show.
I don't think many channels know who their first subscriber is, but it was definitely Heracle for us.
That's awesome.
By the way, it's a nice little drawing you have there, Heracle. I like that. It's very cool.
I can't see it because it's over there. I'm like sitting away from it. Oh man. So anyway.
Oh, we got 2 votes One vote for baking with stew and one for cooking stew.
No, right on.
Nothing for stew baking though.
See, and I don't. I mean, I cook, but I mean, mainly I bake.
Maybe we could blend the two together and make it Getting Baked with Martha Stew.
Now you're talking.
Featuring special guests.
I think those two syllables just need to be replaced with Viking, not Martha.
In the Snow House, baseball doesn't start till hockey's over.
That's getting later and later every year, guys. Hockey was never into June. And it has been for the last 10 years or so. It's late in June. What is it, 21st?
That's like watching hockey when it's 100 degrees outside.
Yeah,
that's back in September. It's only off for 2 months. It's got to be the longest season going now.
It's like sitting inside on a summer day looking at popsicle commercials.
Yeah.
Weird. And that's why I get confused, because I'm always wondering when the seasons end. I don't keep track of it enough for me to ever be, truly knowledgeable of when it ends and begins.
Here's how when I was at work where we had like an open area, and like during March at night, when I worked nights, during March, everyone's listening to the basketball games. And I'm over there. If there's like a night game for Cardinal spring training, I'm listening to that instead of the March Madness. I just love baseball. And I don't like basketball at all.
No, me neither.
I'm going to time this right. It's going to be, usually you leave it in the fridge for at least 30 minutes, but I'll pull a little earlier than that because I'm already preheating the oven for 300. It goes in at 300. Otherwise, you can overbake it fast. And if you overbake it, then it gets flaky, and when you're pulling it apart, it just crumbles. So you want to make sure that it stays firm and it keeps a little bit of my favorite word, a little moistness.
Maybe we should pick a winner from chat, and you can put some biscuits in a box and just mail it off to them.
Biscuits in a box. Hey, my biscuits in the box. Why you make me say things like that? So this is the best thing about, and I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to start a porn, but this is the best part about cooking when you're an adult. You can. Is
that a shoehorn?
It looks like one, doesn't it?
I have one. I have a shoehorn that's like that length. It's cool because, those little tiny ones. It's like, what the hell? You got to get down there and.
I know. You're like, I need the shoehorn because I can't reach down to my feet, or I don't want to. And those. I think I have one of those that's about this length.
It's a baking utensil at the moment. It's a shoehorn again tomorrow.
Hey, could you put my shoehorn in the dishwasher real quick? I got to bake with that tomorrow. Christine's always funny too. She's like, "Oh, I can't wait to see, using that." And
Lance Jennings is here.
Hey, Lance.
Lance.
Lance. I did the name 3 people in my kitchen joke for Stuart already.
Christine's out in California right now, and she went to In-N-Out Burger today.
Sacramento, I hear.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know.
How did she like In-N-Out Burger?
She loved it. She thought it was great. Yeah. She was like, the burgers are great. Logan was like, and what did you think? So she gave a review. She liked it a lot. So, and they have them out there where we're going to go in October. I'm going to go out there. And it's kind of cool because I'll be real close to where Robert Barry is. So I'm going to stalk him. I mean, I talked to him about getting together. So hopefully I can see him. But geez, I mean, to rent a car and the gas, You know, thank God it's only an hour. Otherwise, I'd be really pissed because I would totally skip it because of the gas prices. I think
stories and baking. Gotta love it. Waiting for that exclamation point. Me
what
too.
does it say?
Ghost stories and baking. Gotta love it. Waiting for that exclamation point. if Junebug sends us an exclamation point, that means she saw another ghost.
Oh man, really? Is that what it means?
Yeah, she told me she saw another ghost today. She would just send me. She was, what kind of message would me send me?
Just exclamation point.
I said, just type in "they're killing me," and she goes, "Well, that's too long." So I said, "How about just an exclamation point?"
I could be dead by the time I get all that out.
Wow. I just thought it was weird that she saw like 3 different ones out of the same spot, and each time was different clothing. So I don't know if it was 3 different ghosts or if it was just one ghost with a lot of wardrobe changes.
Yeah, if it's a diva, if it's a multiple, or if it's some diva. Okay, hurry up. Just get me changed. I got to go back out. Come on. I got to go out there.
Lance, I love Five Guys. I do not love In-N-Out, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we went there in Las Vegas, and it was the one we had was just, God, it was terrible. Like
well, maybe it's just the Vegas one.
Maybe so, because the fries were completely tasteless. Even after putting salt on, I was like, this is still no flavor.
This is like eating a salt stick.
Ooh, gas price is $6.39 out there.
Oh, son of a monkey.
Makes you want to walk everywhere.
I was thinking I could take a bike out there. I'll just get a bike.
This isn't Hell's Kitchen, right? Stewart's yesterday's show, in my opinion, was your best interview from Born Distracted.
Born Distracted. Yeah, that message was clear from them last night, and I mean, I can agree. I mean, I think it was, I don't know. Maybe it was, I was really super prepared. I wanted to make it as comfortable as I could because, you know, as Lowe's and I went back and forth about, you know, when he was going to be on and, you know, and in the beginning it was, you know, just making sure it was something that he wanted to do. And then, you know, he decided to do it. And so I don't know. I guess I was just ready for it. And I was just really relaxed. I was ready to roll. And JD was with me. So that really, you know, that added an extra awesome flavor to the show. And so it always takes a little pressure off when you got somebody else there, you know. So I think all those awesome factors and everybody that was chiming in and saying hello to each other and just having fun in the chat, that always helps.
That's a big help when you have a chat that is asking questions and interested, right?
Yep. Yeah, and especially like our chat, you know, our chat stuff, everybody's going, hey man. They're saying hello to everybody else in the chat, and so you dig the camaraderie, and it just makes a great positive swing to the whole thing. And so it's helpful. Like you said, Pete, you know, when you know, it's like being a musician. JD will understand, and anybody else who's been on stage will get it, where, you know, when you get that response back, you know, it's really amazing.
It snowballs, doesn't it?
It does. And it really, you're up there knowing why you're doing it and feeling like you're doing it for a reason. So it's all of those factors played into a wonderful show last night.
What if he popped in the chat right now?
Who, me?
Your guest from last night.
Oh, what if they did?
Yeah, what if he just popped in the chat? He had so much fun. He's just coming back for more.
Yeah.
That'd be great. That'd be great. I'm like, am I missing it? Did he chat in? No.
Unfortunately, that was wishful thinking.
Jeff's classic. That is classic from Jeff. That never gets old.
No.
Jeff, you ever seen Top Gun?
No. Although, you know, we had I might be seeing Top Gun 2 this weekend. This couple trying to get us to go last weekend. We couldn't make it.
So now wait a minute, but you haven't seen the original yet?
No.
Well,
I watched the original last week just because it was a week ago Thursday because Mama C was leaving to go up for Tuesday because Mama C was leaving to go up for and I just happened to find it on one of the streaming channels and said I haven't watched it in I don't know how long. I have the VHS, right? That's how long ago it was. It was in
that's all you have?
Oh yeah, I don't think I have the DVD anywhere, but I had the VHS back in the 90s. And it's a great movie. I'm sorry, it holds up.
Yeah, I think so too. There's people that kind of disagree, but I mean, I went to the theater. That was Christine and I were just started the date when that came out in the theaters.
Yeah.
So you need to see the first one to like the second one.
That's a question.
There's a good question. I'm sure there's somebody in the stands or in the chat who's seen both. And do you have to have seen the first one to understand the second one?
I mean, I would say yes, but I'm the guy that watched the last half of Goodfellas and then realized it was a double-sided disc and then watched the beginning.
I don't know if I'll be able to see the first one before
I could bring it by tomorrow. When are you going?
Oh, I'm not sure. It's maybe this weekend.
Well, I mean, you should be able to find it on streaming. That's what I would do.
If I look.
It's on Crave here in Canada, which is often parallels Hulu quite a bit.
I don't have Hulu.
Because, I mean, I can drop the movie off with you tomorrow and you can check it out.
Nah, that's all right. I'll find it somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But, I mean, it's,
I might be busy watching episode 3 of Frasier.
No, surely not.
Seeing Top Gun 2 first is like watching Rise of Skywalker as your intro to Star Wars universe.
No, because I've actually heard Top Gun is good. So, totally different. Totally different.
Well, you've heard that Rise of Skywalker is good too.
Oh, so we're not seeing that movie this weekend. Wait, what are we doing this weekend?
What are we doing this weekend? We're playing games, Jeff. That's what we're going to do.
I think there's going to be a fundraiser this weekend, and this $40 a ticket for raise money for the Go Game Aquarium 2.
Yeah.
I've heard about that. I heard it's a really good fund, and it's really needed, is what I've heard.
By the way, on the other day we were on Chuck Show. Somebody noticed, I was Born Distract, I think, that there's 2 of these guys now.
2 of them.
I don't know how he saw it up here.
Oh, 2 of the, yeah.
It was pretty amazing. Great.
2 of the little pinkies?
Yeah.
Huh. Can we get a double?
I'll try. It's not easy.
You got a and then
Oh.
Now if we could just get him to, that'd be great.
Oh.
Okay, that looks perverse.
All right. Remind me never to go to solo layout with that again. Hey, that wasn't what I was expecting.
That's what she said.
Ghost stories, baking, and little pinkies.
And Pete's sex tape.
I'm a Betamax, yeah. Yeah.
No big tape, just compensate. You get the small tape because I don't need it.
I would expect that to be on one of those not laser disc, whatever the RCA thing was.
Oh yeah,
Selectivisions.
Selectivision. Well, let me grab this thing out of the fridge. Grab it.
I would definitely watch volleyball. What you talking about? What volleyball? Oh, a volleyball scene. Okay.
Okay, so one of the reasons that you have to put it in the fridge is because you're going to use your scraper and we're going to cut it. You want to cut it before you bake it. Otherwise, if it gets baked too much, or if you like it to be baked that much, then it's going to be crumbly, and you won't want to cut it then. So you cut it before. Are you getting a good? Can you see this at all? There. Yeah, that's better.
What you're saying is you should use that sharp cutter before you get baked.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. So I can already feel that it's pretty soft still. So hopefully it'll work out fine. But you want to go, I always go 4 across. When you see them in the show, you'll understand what I'm talking about.
Christine said, Stu, you could take your wife out to see the new Top Gun this weekend.
I could do that. I wouldn't mind doing that. We thought about it last week, but we just ended up with there was too much to do. I had a gig, and she had to get ready for her trip to where? Where did she go?
I'd rather go see the dinosaur movie.
The Land Before Time?
No, Barney.
I mean, the last one was terrible, but
it was.
It's still, it's Jurassic Park or Jurassic World, whatever.
Well, and now it's to the point where they just keep doing it until they get it right. So they're like, okay, yeah, we knew that was going to suck. We already knew that. But now we've got Sam is back, and all these people are back. Laura Dern's back, right?
Yeah.
Is she back? Yeah, from her triumphantly crap role in Star Wars.
And Brad Bellflower is back, the apartments.com guy.
Oh. It's too bad Knight can't be back, but he got eaten. Okay, so I'm going to put this in. It's supposed to bake for about 45 minutes to 55 minutes. So hopefully it'll be okay by the end. Let me grab something. I'll be right back.
I'm not sure what Born Distracted is getting at with this comment.
So here's what our end game is.
Oh, you do have them all done.
These are baked, so these are done. So this was a batch I made the other day, and they're real light. As you can see, they're kind of light and they're flaky, and they go really, really well with coffee or tea, whichever. If your afternoon tea, which goes along with me teapots that I found at the thrift store. That's all British.
All those actors are older and slower now. The dinosaurs have a chance in this one.
The buffet has slowed down. Oh, man. Okay. So
make it a double feature.
Double feature. Picture show.
Oh, man. I don't think I could watch 2 movies in one day.
What? Really?
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
I can do that.
Month or year for day, and I'd believe you.
I can't even do 2 in one weekend. That's just too much.
Shut your mouth.
I can't do it.
Can't do it. But you can put all that time into playing games, though, right?
Yeah. Although I don't play games for like 2 hours straight.
Right. No, I rarely do either.
A little quick here and there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do the same thing. But I mean, there is that now and again. Like you spent at least a couple of hours playing Zelda when you first got rolling, right?
Oh yeah, Zelda. What?
I don't think you do a couple hours over a weekend.
Well, it depends. Like, yeah, with Breath of the Wild, yeah, I did put a lot of time in that one.
Right.
And I will when Splatoon 3 comes out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But you're talking like there might be one of those games a year that comes out where I'm like that.
Yeah. I mean, we used to like that. You and I used to do some epic game times.
Oh yeah. We used to play a lot.
I mean, geez. Come over, make pizza, spend the night, hang out, You know, that was some solid game time.
I don't know if I have watched 2 in a year, JD.
We were talking Steven Seagal films. Anybody a Steven Seagal fan? We were talking about those last night because Lowe's is a big Seagal fan.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but mainly the early ones, because he had Above the Law, then he had Out for Justice, Marked for Death.
I really liked Under Siege. I really did like that movie.
And then he had those Under Siege movies. Yeah. Which the first one was really good. When I'm getting ready to watch that again. Yeah. I'm going to watch Out for Justice, but
I've only watched the first Under Siege.
Yeah.
Well, what turned me off there was I did watch like live the night that he hosted Saturday Night Live, and I have never seen such a horrendous job of acting in my life. Like Joe Montana, Wayne Gretzky, those guys on there who aren't actors, and they look like they're, they looked head and shoulders better than Steven Seagal.
Yeah.
And my understanding is, well, if you watch any of the commentary, watch Mojo's, whatever they talk about the different guests and the worst guests ever. He was not easy to get along with by anybody. He was above them all.
And, that's
absolutely horrendous.
That's the way he is. That's one of those things where I think he kind of does that so that people don't probe too deeply. I think that's what some people do, like Elvis had, people around him all the time, and nobody was going to probe deep into. So your karate really isn't smooth. Is that black belt real, or did you buy it?
Yeah.
Different things, and how his success just made him completely, he had some real like bipolar moments. Not to say that he was, but it was like
DJC.
It got crazy.
I just watched a YouTube video about this person saying this was the worst episode ever of Saturday Night Live, and it was the Steven Seagal episode.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was terrible, man. It was bad.
Yeah. I met him years ago out at the NAMM show. In fact, I found the photos. I found 2 of the 3 photos. I have a photo that's just a bad photo of like over his shoulder, and then I have a picture of him holding a guitar, and then I have a picture with him, and he looks non-interested.
Yeah.
Like he didn't even know who I was.
He seems
Martha Stew, for Pete's sakes.
Do you know?
How could he not know Martha?
Like he always looks uninterested, even in his movies.
Yeah, even in his movies. Do you see this woman next to you? Do you even look interested? Yeah, he's like that. He's just very. I don't know if I'm afraid to use the word aloof, but I guess aloof would be pretty right on with him.
Yeah.
He's just like, he's that guy. You look at him and you're like, geez, he looks like, don't even bother me. like Ralphie in Christmas Story. Don't bother me. I'm thinking.
So in our poll, we got 12% for baking with stew, 81 for getting baked with stew, cooking stew 6%, and stew baking has no votes.
Yeah. I dig that number 1, and we could just put Viking in front of that too, and there you go. Get baked with Viking stew.
Oh, it's on there talking about the Muppet movie. He was saying earlier today, 43 years ago today, the Muppet movie came out. What a fantastic movie.
Oh
yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
The guest stars in it were phenomenal. Steve Martin, and you start naming people. You can't even name them all.
Was Gilda Radner in there?
I don't know. I don't think so.
What about Bernadette Peters?
She was, I think. Steve Martin and Richard Pryor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shoot. what's his name? Charlie McCarthy and Victor No, not Victor Borga. I think Victor Borga was in it too.
Bergen. No, Charlie.
Bergen. What was his name? Candice Bergen's father. Ventriloquist.
Was it Charlie Bergen?
No.
Was his what was his? He had a different last name, right?
Edgar Bergen.
Edgar Bergen. Okay.
Edgar Bergen. Yes.
Well, there was Lance.
It's good old Lance.
Edgar.
And JD had it too, of course. But that was so many fantastic people in that movie.
Like B. Arthur.
She was in the cafe or the wasn't she or was she?
I have no idea. I just threw her out there because I just wrote Steven Seagal versus B. Arthur. She was pretty popular back then.
I don't know. I'm thinking she was at the start of it. They were at the El Sleazo Cafe. That's it.
El Sleazo.
10 of them in the El Sleazo Cafe.
What a classy place.
Yeah. And they were all sitting around there drinking, carousing, and watching Getting Baked with Viking Stew.
Oh man. Something got delivered to the house. I didn't even know it.
Better get it before it melts. We had a box of it was called Tokyo Treats, a box of like Japanese candies and treats and whatever.
Oh yeah.
And they put it out on the porch. I don't know what it was, Monday or so.
Shoot!
Holy smokes! Look at this. Look at Pete. How many videos is that going to make, Pete?
That's just for the videos I haven't recorded yet. I've got some videos already recorded.
Oh my gosh! Jeez.
This one's coming up really soon. That was recorded. All of these have showed up in the last few days.
Wow. But these jokers that delivered the Tokyo Treat, they just put it on the porch and left, didn't tell us. By the time I found it, everything in there had melted.
Oh.
They just bag of Kit Kat pudding flavor.
Oh.
And each of them were melted, but you can still eat them, but they're just kind of weird because.
Well, it was pudding flavor.
But those were delicious. The Kit Kat pudding.
So Paul Williams was in the movie.
Yep.
James Frawley. He had a small role. It was very short. Austin Pendleton was in it. Orson Welles. Mel Brooks. Charles Durning.
Mad scientist, I think.
Carol Kane.
Yeah.
Miss,
yes. And she
Milton Berle. James Coburn.
James Coburn was, yeah.
At the El Sleazo Cafe. Milton Berle played Madman Mooney.
The car salesman.
That's a whole mouthful. That is. Speaking of car salesman, I still want to get a copy of Used Cars. I haven't ordered it, and it's cheap. It's like $7.99. I love that movie. We have miles of cars. So anyway, what do we got here? Okay, good.
I can lend it to you. I'll ship it out to you. It's the latest technology going.
Oh, what is that?
Let's see.
Is that the tape?
Oh, this will be the RCA Select-O-Vision video.
Oh, the Select-O-Vision. Yeah. Outstanding.
You gotta love it because those are the artwork on them was so fantastic, right? The actual movie posters on some.
Oh yeah.
But they are friggin' huge and friggin' heavy.
Yeah.
It's hard to collect these things like this. They take up too much space.
Yeah. That's what my wife says about me. I love you, man, but you take up too much space.
Christine says, Stuart, go grab the package and open it live. That would be random.
Oh, good God.
We're getting ready
Wait.
for Viking Stew unboxing.
Wait,
Nobody
Blake, how
needs that.
old are you? I'm just curious because you refer to Milton Berle as that dude from Rat's Round and Round music video.
Oh yeah, really.
That was him.
That was the lead singer is his nephew, right?
Yeah, they're related somehow, I think.
No, it's not. It had nothing to do with anybody in the band.
It was
Really?
the producer.
It was
like
it
that.
was the
Video
video director, the producer, somebody behind the scenes. He was their uncle.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Ah.
Because it was always my thought that was what I had heard as well. And I'm like, it was totally wrong.
I must say that when I said that and you corrected me with a little bit of disdain in your voice that you're sick and tired of hearing that mistake being made.
I'm sorry, Pete.
And I love it.
Thank you for loving it. I am a dick. I apologize for that. Yikes! Sorry. Let me go grab that. I'll be right back. That's part of my mug collection.
Cool. Stuart has left the building.
He certainly has. Notice the mugs are straight now. The house is
True. How did he angle that camera just perfect so the mugs are absolutely straight?
I don't know.
Hey, Caper Dave.
Paper Dave.
Oh, unboxing of the new Go Game Aquarium. That would be so awesome. I can't wait for that.
That would be. Stash that one, Stuart, to go through his mugs.
I have my Intellivision mug, and I also have my Intellivision collector mug.
Oh, I know I was going to show. I was showing you this off camera.
Yeah.
So for Father's Day, my son got me this. I have this cartoon dog.
Yes. Yeah.
And so he was asking for a bunch of the art for it the other day, and I didn't know what he was doing, but he sent it out, and they turned it into like a trading card booster pack for the most part. So here's the pack. Oh wait, let me put on.
I got it there. You go ahead.
So it comes in this foil booster pack, and that's the dog. Oh, wait, oh, there's anything back here? Nope. And so in there's 18 trading cards, all based on the dog, which is cool.
That is so cool.
And then the back is another piece of art that I did.
Dog.
But yeah, there's like 18 different one of these, and it's really cool. This has always been my favorite one. I just love this drawing of him as his dog as a cowboy.
Oh, those are the cards.
Yeah.
Now, Jeff, you have some of those on your TeePublic site as well. There's Tweeter Dog shirts, isn't there? Or is there?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I have
Yep.
at least one, maybe two.
Okay, this thing is not going to make for an unboxing. I want to let you know if you, do that and put me solo.
Yeah.
And then you'll see why it's not an unboxing tonight. I figured they
I
would
put
just
it solo, we left.
drag it in here.
He's still I'm
I don't know how heavy this thing is. It's like 75 pounds or something.
Holy crap.
How about you build whatever's in there next?
Yeah. There you go. There's your unboxing.
Unboxing and an assembly video.
Yeah, I've never seen it in an unboxing and assembly and a assembly video.
So there you go. That's your unboxing right there.
Well, what was it?
It's like a thing. It's like a patio thing, like a gazebo-y thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And doing the show from the stove is hotter than hell. I feel like I'm a member of KISS. And I have my KISS shirt on. Hot, hotter than hell.
Chuck is fascinated with the box.
I want to hear Tom Brokaw do a cover of Hotter Than Hell. That'd be great. Or Sean Connery. It's too late for him.
But Jeff has a mile of games in his collection.
It's a mile of games. I wonder if you could do a mile. I know Pete could.
Pete can.
Put those damn things end to end. You got it. No problem. I mean, that's simple math, man. You just figure out how high is an television box. What is it? 8 inches?
Yeah, 7 inches, 8 inches.
Okay.
Lance said that box is too big for a cable box remote from 1990.
One might think, but you never know. Hey, Pete, what do I do with this? Pete says, just put it in the box. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Stu will open anything. Oh, shoot. Oh, so anyway, so they're baking away. Let me look in here. See. We can take a look. Look at that. Oh, you can't see anything but the box. Yay. There it is. They're puffing up really well. Looking good. Now what we got to do is figure out what anybody would want me to bake next is really what it comes down to, I think.
Shrinky dinks.
Caper Dave, I was in 1992. I was basically Mama C is from Parley Beach, from Point de Chine, which is where Parley Beach is, just outside of Shediac. And I was there that weekend traveling for the summer for weekends home when I first started working. And the day of both the second or third, it was after the Beach Boys. I wasn't at the Beach Boys with all the rain. But it was Bryan Adams was the top act that day at the big Parley Beach concert that time. It was an all-day concert too. It was mostly Canadian bands, not all. Steve Miller Band was one of the acts there
Cool.
that concert.
And what year was that?
92. But their house is close enough to the site that you could just sit on the front porch and listen to the music. But going through the whole area. I mean, it was just like, they are literally 300-yard walk, right? And you're in the concert venue. And as for the Magnetic Hill shows, the only Magnetic Hill show that I went to, and I lost the chain off, there it is only one I went to was Nickelback, of all things, which was good in its own right because it was like a show from noon until, I can't even tell you all the bands that we saw, but Magnetic Hill was fine. But man, it takes something special to sit out there in the middle of a field and it was wet and drinking $7 or $8 beer out of a plastic cup all day and trying to fight for the bathroom. So it was an experience, yes, but I didn't get to see the Rolling Stones, AC/DC, or U2. I saw Nickelback, but I had to do one. I wouldn't probably want to go back and do it the same way again. But still, great experiences. Big concert.
Yeah, Christine and I were upset that we didn't that they shut down the big festival over in the UK that we were going to go to last summer.
Right.
You know, last summer really got screwed. I mean, my friends had a planned trip. It was just a year ago. I mean, at the beginning of this month, a year ago, they were going to go to New York and go see Broadway shows together and and do all this stuff, and it was just sad that they didn't get to do it. And we were going to go to the UK for the big Download Festival, which used to be the Castle Donington Festival, and we got shut down on that, and it got canceled and sucked. But fortunately, all those bands are making it back this year, and they did I think they did the Download Festival, and it was good. Wayward Sons were there.
Is it just me, though, or is every festival, every band, every concert twice as expensive now as it was before the pandemic?
I don't know about twice, but it's definitely more expensive because it takes more money now to fly the band. It takes more money to do everything now, which is just freaking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because, no wonder people aren't going to. So you're going to charge more, which is going to make people not want to do things.
Right.
So then you don't have, you may have some people spending more money.
Yep.
But, again, as I say,
Very frustrating.
Sometimes we just need to stop doing some of those things.
Yeah.
When people do those things, I get it that it's going to go up, but don't, I don't know.
I mean, I think the price, the bottom line is this: there's enough people in the world now that will pay those huge prices. That
Right.
just puts out the people who won't, and they don't care.
No.
Because there's enough for them to make their money. And the same thing is happening long before the pandemic with baseball, the sports in general, that instead of a family of 4 going to a ball game for $50 and, having hot dogs and stuff and making a day of it, now it's, Mama C and I go to a Red Sox game or something like that. If we get good seats, we're paying, for Canadian money, we're paying $300 to $400 just to get in the place.
What?
It's 120. Let's say it's 120 for the seat. That's $240 American. That's 300. That's 300 Canadian.
Oh my God!
And we're traveling 6 hours to go, and you got a beer's $11.50 or $9.50 or whatever for one of those aluminum bottles. And it's crazy. It's crazy expensive to do it now. It's like it's not a rite of passage that fathers and their sons did growing up. It's like. When I was young, the family people get together, they get down to a ball game, they get down for a weekend, 4 or 5 guys, $30 worth of gas, get them there and back to Boston, and tickets were $20 a piece, right?
Yeah.
Now it's ridiculous, and it's if you can even get the tickets.
I'm just too cheap to pay that much for a beer anyway.
There you go. Yeah.
I mean, I'm like, how much? I'm like, no.
Yeah.
No, because I'm like. I remember when Christine and I went down to Union Station and we went to a place down there, and I had just gotten done working in a liquor store just a few years prior, so I knew what things cost, and been in college and buying liquor in college, and so what a 4-pack of wine coolers back in the day costs.
Yeah.
And then you go to a restaurant down at Union Station. Then after we got married or when we were dating, whatever, and it costs as much as a 4-pack. I order one, and it's as much as a 4-pack.
That's right.
It's all of those things. I don't know. It's just crazy. Crazy. I'm too cheap for that. I don't get it. No.
Yeah, there you go. There's something to be said for that too, buddy.
What was he saying?
My concert going days are over. If it's too loud, you're too old. Guess I'm too old.
It does make a difference when you're getting older. It affects your body differently.
Yeah.
I remember being backstage for Iron Maiden and being just completely parched because I had been singing every song and I was drenched. I was just full of sweat, and we're backstage and we're in a waiting room, and I'm just like, good God, just give me something to drink, anything, just give me anything. And there just was nothing. And I had to wait until we got into the hospitality room where they were. And finally there was the beer and everything at the other end of the room. Yeah. That was crazy. Of course, I don't know that I was old enough. I wasn't old enough at that point to drink. I don't remember I don't know if I had a beer that night. I might have, but yeah, but I was underage at that time. Good days, good times with the Maiden.
What Maiden tour? Caper Days?
That was my second one in a row. Third tour in a row. That I saw them. That was the Power Slave tour, 1980. Wait, no, not. Hold on. Yeah, it was the Power Slave tour. Yeah, it was 85.
Is that the one where I think you must have sent us the clip where you got to ask a question to the.
That was actually 1986. That was Judas Priest.
Oh, that was Judas Priest. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yep. If you go out there on YouTube, you can see me asking my question. If you put in, I don't know what the keywords are, but put in Judas Priest interview 1986 Peoria, and I'm there. you'll see me. I don't know. I'm like the 20th question or something like that. They did it. That was a brilliant time in my life, and I won't go into all of that. I think I
They
probably already.
seemed to get into it. Like they had pretty good attitudes through that whole thing, didn't they?
Yeah, they were. Yeah,
Now they sort of they're there because they have to be. Those guys seemed into it.
Yeah. My line in that thing ends up being a little Cheech and Chong because the gentleman about whom I was asking my question was the drummer,
Right.
and he didn't show up at the interview. It was Dave Holland, and it was his third or fourth record, I think, at that time.
Yeah,
that he had done with them, but he didn't come backstage. He was pretty quiet, and he didn't come back. So I start, and Dave's not here. I said,
yeah,
Dave's not here.
Dave's not here.
He's not here, man.
That's me, Dave. Ooh.
Do yourself a favor and listen to the making of that when they're interviewed, and he talks about how they made that and how that skit was quite a mistake. The way they did it, it was not, scripted like that, and it happened like that. So, but yeah, it was neat going backstage, and I knew the guy who was doing the filming. So everything you see in that video, that was shot by a gentleman named Dave Hill, and he was from Peoria, and he was working for the local cable channel that shot it and put it out. So, but yeah, that was neat. That was cool. Cool stuff. I like that record too. That's a good record. It was a little more pop, but it was better than Point of Entry.
Yeah.
So, which was their Rise of Skywalker. So, but I'm eager to talk about Def Leppard sometime on the show too, because that's a band that
go ahead.
They really changed direction, and I had a gentleman. The Wildfire are his daughters, the Yutzwig sisters, and I was just checking in with their dad the other day, saying a Happy Father's Day, and he asked me if I'd heard the new Def Leppard album, and I was like, no. It's called Diamond Star Halo, which is from the Bang a Gong Get It On song, and from T-Rex, and I told him, I said, I'm just having a hard time. I can't seem to like anything after Hysteria. It's really tough. I just can't. I'm having a hard, and so I didn't tell him it all sucks, because I don't want to say that. They're trying different things. They're doing new things to stay on the road and keep people happy with new music. So I'm pretty proud of them for continuing to make music. It's just, I just haven't, every time I listen to one and think, okay, well, maybe this is it. And it never hits me like that. It's like, oh, okay. And they have a song on this new album, which is, it's kind of country. Alison Krauss is on it. And I had to stop listening to it the other day because it just sounds like every other country-ish pop ballad that everybody does. You know? I don't know.
I last guess big when we went, I think Stash I think she is from down around, I think she said she's down around the Boston area. Yep. But of course, big spot for concerts for us to go is go down to Boston for the bigger ones, right? And a few years ago, all four of us, and it was thankfully it was Connor sort of brought it up that it was happening. We went and saw Foo Fighters, and the way things have gone since, I'm very glad we went to see them when we did, right?
Yeah, exactly.
What a fantastic show. And I go watch another. We were so far back, but we were way up in the air looking down on them. And it was amazing. And the sound was phenomenal in Fenway Park, right?
Wow.
They're playing behind with basically the Green Monster as a backdrop. And just a phenomenal show. I would love to have had the opportunity to see them again. And of course, then the next year, like that was 19, Mama C and I were all set, hotels booked, ticket spot to go see Billy Joel in Fenway, and who is my favorite. One of it, probably my favorite, I would have to say.
Really?
Yeah, and of course that got canceled with COVID, and we've never ever been able to go back and see him again. So, but you know.
I want to look up. There's a show that's out there.
It's not just easy to say, "Oh, let's go see a show," because they're not near me.
Right.
I'm traveling no matter where I go. I'm traveling in over an hour to go see Top Gun 2. Right? If we decide to go to the movies, it's a date. It's a half a day voyage, or probably a full day voyage, right?
Wow.
So,
yeah, there's a big festival that's happening out there, and I've forgotten the name of it. And I'm trying to see. It doesn't say anything about tour dates on here, but they've got. I know there's something out there. It's a big festival thing. I don't know. I'm lost on it now. I can't think of what it is. Yeah, I don't know. I'll see if I can figure it out. I'll text Mike and see what he says. But otherwise, what time we got here? Okay, good. We're doing good. Let me look at this. Okay, it's getting golden on the sides.
Oh, golden.
What's everybody like out there? I mean, the one thing I've been wanting to make lately, because I've been watching Two Broke Girls, is what, Pete? Cupcakes. So, and that new bowl that I got for the mixer, that would be perfect for that. So I may do that. But otherwise,
with Viking stew.
But otherwise, I think, I don't know how often I'll do this. I don't want to run out of, recipes and stuff. But maybe I could do it 1 a month or 2 a month, something like that. But I'll make the honey beer bread next.
Ooh.
So we'll get that together. So, and Pete, when we get together, you can be guaranteed you'll be getting a loaf of that. So
right on.
That's really good stuff.
We'll have to eat it while we're watching Rise of Skywalker.
If I can keep it down.
Stuart, I made tuna rarebit tonight for dinner.
Ooh.
There's still some left over that I'm going to hit pretty hard after the show.
Yeah, man. Ooh, I wonder. I do have stuff to make that.
It was delicious.
Delicious.
Dan White says I has to learn how to smoke. Got one for Father's Day. I got a smoker a few weeks ago too, which I actually have to take out. It's electric as well, not an expensive one, which I have to take out and season, which is just about running for about 3 or 4 hours first, and then maybe use it this weekend. I bought a great big package of pork bellies today at Costco, so I'm going to make some more of that charzu, which I think I've shown you guys pictures of before, the Chinese barbecue. And I like the red pork, and I'm going to do it with the smoker this time instead of just in the oven. So looking forward to that, plus maybe a big jag of ribs. So figure out how to use it.
Love ribs.
Yeah.
My friend took a block of cheese, put it in a pie plate, and put it at the top of the smoker.
Right.
And just let it melt down.
Smoke and simmer.
And get all smoky. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was delicious. He was making a what's the cut of meat?
Brisket?
Yeah, he was making a brisket. That's what he was doing, smoking a brisket, and put that up there, and man, it was delicious.
I was looking at brisket, like I say, to go to Costco is an hour and a half, 2 hours away. We were there today. I just made it back 5 minutes before the show. And the brisket, the smallest one today was $70. It was about, I don't know, probably it's only about $4 a pound. So whatever, that was friggin'. That was the smallest one. There were some $100 ones that were just like, oh, geez. So I don't know if I want to invest $70 brisket for my first crack at the can, but I did buy myself a 5-gallon food grade bucket with a lid today, so I can brine the stuff beforehand to get it ready to smoke. So
yeah, that's what I did with a couple of chickens with my with this. Let me see if I can. I got a little bit of a mess over here, but That's my Big Boss air fryer over there.
Nice. Yep.
And so I hadn't used it in a few years. Christine got it for me. And then I was at Schnucks the other day and just happened to turn around to where they had an end cap with chicken. And they had chicken wings, fresh chicken wings there. And there was one package that was on sale to sell fast. And they had two of the chickens, fryers that were on sale too. So they were like, I don't know, not quite 50% off, but they were cheap. You know, they were way under $10. And so I bought those two, put them in the fridge at work, got done with a half a day at work and came home. And then I did that too. I brined them I put them in a gallon bag with one of them I put in a beer and some seasonings and just let it sit in there for like 2-3 days.
Sure. Yeah.
And then the other one I used other stuff and just let it sit in there with some oil and then put it in that air fryer and whew, it was awesome. 30 minutes aside, ready to rock. Sit down, watch two broke girls eat chicken.
Yeah.
So 6 seasons of Two Broke Girls.
I was sort of surprised when it got canceled because I thought it was pretty hot, but I tell you, it was quite controversial every time, a whole time it was on. Oh, Whitney Cummings. I can remember listening to her. She started 2 shows at the same time. She started her own show called Whitney, and then she started the secondary show called Two Broke Girls, where she was just like a writer and such. And of course, her show flopped and got canceled, and the Two Broke Girls carried on. But she is, I'm not going to use the word crass, but I will use the word, I don't know what word I'll use. She doesn't have any hesitation whatsoever, as you could tell by that show. Like
uninhibited.
Uninhibited is the perfect word for it. Yep.
Yeah.
And I think everything that she sort of had reserved for her own show, she moved over to Two Broke Girls.
Wow. Are you talking about Kat Dennings?
No, I'm talking about Whitney Cummings.
And who is she? She's a
comedian, but she's the one that wrote or created those 2 shows.
Okay.
In this Two Broke Girls.
I got you.
So she was totally focused on Two Broke Girls, but I think it was a little bit over the top at times.
Oh, definitely. I mean, Garrett Morris was in it, and
he was fantastic.
He was very good.
But I mean, it was just too risque for broadcast TV, really.
I mean, right off the bat, total heavy.
Yeah, and I think it got worse.
And then who's that actress? She's really tall and stocky.
Oh God, yes. Stifler's mother.
What?
Stifler's mother.
Stifler's.
That's who it is.
She was in she was in Legally Blonde too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I know her name.
But yeah, I mean every
Stifler's mother, Jennifer Coolidge.
Yeah, there you go.
Stifler's mother in American Pie, right?
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Okay, yeah.
I haven't seen American Pie in years, but then there's Jeff who hasn't seen Top Gun at all.
No.
Or American Pie.
What?
Well, American Pie is flashback to these childhood TNA movies or teenage TNA movies, but it was really well done.
It's Porky's of the 90s.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I've seen Porky's.
Well, then you need to see American Pie because
great Canadian film right there, Porky's. It is.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's pure Canadian bacon.
That's right.
Yeah.
Whitney Cummings is from DC, says JD.
Wow. Interesting.
Yes, Garrett Morris is in the first Ant-Man. He's a taxi driver or something, isn't he? That he crashes in his car.
Who? What? In what?
Garrett Morris is in Ant-Man.
Oh, Ant-Man. Wow, I'd forgotten about that. Ant-Man's not my favorite of the Marvel films. It's.
I enjoyed it. It's not my favorite by any stretch either, but I did enjoy it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too. I own it.
I
and
like the second one too.
Yeah.
Why is she called Lassie? Oh.
I thought the second one was better.
Really?
Yeah. But my science teacher's like, and everybody can think about this. We got 5 minutes, and I got to check on this again. Yeah, it should be just right. He was talking about the mass of, like, there's no way he's going to be able to carry that tank or the van or any of that stuff because it gets smaller, but the mass is still there. The mass? Is that right? Yeah. Yeah. Because you're just shrinking what's there down to a smaller size.
I know what you're saying, yeah.
So there's no way you're going to be picking any of that up.
But if
hanging it on a keychain.
That's what's making me not believe the Marvel movies, then I haven't gotten that far into them to watch them anyway.
Right.
So
yeah.
I just let it go.
Yeah, I did too. Until he said that, I was like, oh, well, yeah, I guess.
That's why Rise of Skywalker is the best movie ever made, because I just let it all go. Let it all go. Oh, you don't like that?
Just put me in a Star Wars coma.
Just let it go.
And let me get through this movie.
Oh, boy. It is so... Oh, yeah, you got to let it go.
That's when it's been taken over by Disney.
It's so bad though that like that they could take it. And I really did like Force Awakens, and I was looking forward to what will come after it.
Yeah,
and
me too.
We have what we have, and I will watch it. I'm not going to boycott it. I'm not going to get upset over it. It's just it sucks that they did that to us.
Well, we've got just enough time to get your opinion on Obi-Wan.
I've not watched an episode.
Shut your mouth.
Nope. I am ready to now. She is home. We will be watching it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be eager to know what you think. So.
Yeah. I've watched enough comments of that. Oh, it's great. It's great. Oh, this episode sucked. Oh, wow, it's great at the end. It's like, okay, good.
It's kind of like that.
Yeah. So
that's I will say one thing that won't ruin anything.
Yeah.
And I'll take it easy when I say it. The little girl that's in that show is a very good young actress.
Good.
Yeah, I've enjoyed her work in that show. It's really good. They cast really well, and I think that's one of my biggest problems with the Star Wars stuff is that they've cast them well. I love all these actors that they've got in the films. For the most part, I don't know if there's anybody that I didn't like. Okay, maybe maybe it's their role, but Rose is just a waste of space.
Yeah,
but that's not the actress's.
That's not the actress's
fault. Issue. It's just a crap character written, and
yeah. I think maybe they did the third one just strictly so the original trilogy, or not the original, but the Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith. I think they just did it strictly the last three to make that one look better.
Oh God, yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, that's anything you can do to make those look any better.
I like them. I like them all. I thought the second one was awfully hard to understand.
Oh God, and I just couldn't stand I just couldn't stand it when they were they had all those freaking ships flying by in the window when they were talking. I'm like, are you serious? Look, flying vehicles. Oh my God. All right, so here it is. There we go. It's really blown out. Why does it got to be like that? So there it is. Looks really golden. It's really much more golden than I thought it was going to be by this time. I don't know if that's because it wasn't as chilled as I thought, but that is how wonderful it looks. Now I got to let that cool, because if you do it too soon, you start messing with them, then it'll just get all messed up. But I might be able to give it a shot. I don't know. We'll see. Get this out of the light. Do. So
Tune in next week for another episode of Getting Baked with Viking Stew.
Ah, that's it. That's what I'm talking about.
All right,
Oh, there. All right. It came out.
all right. I just ended the poll. Getting baked with stew was 75%.
Woohoo! Me likey.
Yeah.
So there you go. And then what did I do with my? Oh yeah.
Oh, listen, I'm sorry, but for Kurt's benefit and for Jeff's benefit, I do have to say it was a fantastic baseball series this weekend.
It was a pretty good series.
Cardinals scored more runs.
Seriously speaking,
There was they had 2 late comebacks that fell just short. And
Yeah.
then
Blowout.
they won the one, and it was 3 games, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a pretty good series, actually.
okay. So you'll notice as you kind of just lightly cut through these, I'm doing this way too soon to show you how it looks, but that's okay. Fortunately it's not flaking apart much, so it's good. So anyway, but that's what it's like. And
You got to eat one and then say how great it is, like they do on TV shows.
yeah, because it's so damn burning hot right now. Is that why?
Grab one of the other ones that you already have done.
Oh, okay. So there, see, it looks pretty good. It's going to be nice. It's hotter than hell. It's burning my fingers right now. But yay.
These biscuits gluten-free.
Gluten-free? Yeah, no.
I'm guessing not, since you said they taste good.
I've made gluten-free cookies before, and it's just not.
We had some pizza at work a few years ago, and there was a couple of pizza boxes left, and a guy I know, our bar actually, we were sitting there, we were eating some, we're like, what the hell's wrong with this pizza? This pizza is terrible. Is it from a place we've had all the time? And we looked at the box, it says gluten-free. I was like, oh God, all right. Remind me of gluten-free pizza again.
Was it kind of grainy?
It's like it had no flavor. It's just weird.
That happens with the buns and stuff. We have like these buns that are the keto buns, and they've got no flavor. So here you go. I'll tell you what, they're so light and good. Especially if you eat a warm one. Oh my gosh. Cup of coffee, cup of tea, whatever. If you're drunk off your ass and you have to have something like that, that's really good.
JD said he's never had anything good that was gluten-free.
Yeah. Well, all right. I can't say that. JD, does he have a Trader Joe's near him?
I don't know what gluten is, but apparently I like it a lot.
As the great comedian John Panette, rest his soul, said, I'm not sure what gluten is, but I do believe it is delicious.
He is correct.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna Viking up and try a bite of this hot one. Yep. Nothing like eating them warm like that.
Right, F, that's exactly what I was thinking right there, buddy.
What do you say?
Oh, I just put it up, I thought, and it disappeared. Where'd it go? There it is. Steak is good, and it's gluten-free.
And it's keto.
But there's no other version of it.
Unfortunately, because there doesn't have to be.
The only gluten-free stuff that's good is when there's no other version with gluten available.
Yeah.
Did I do that?
I don't know. There's the box.
I didn't mean to. Sorry.
Anyway, at Trader Joe's, they have these little circular chips. Now, does anybody like? I love the taste of corn nuts.
Oh, they're all right.
Yeah. Well, these chips, they're really good. They're little circles. A representative from Trader Joe's came to our school one year with a bunch of samples to treat the staff and then also to make us aware of what they have. And then I tried these little circular things, and they taste just like corn nuts. They're crispy. They're tasty, not heavily salted, but just enough. And those are good. Those are gluten-free, and they are good. Very, very good. So I would suggest trying those. Now I need milk.
All right, Pete, I see you.
Beer.
JD Stu likes corn nuts and cornhole pattern.
That's just true.
Corn chips and corn on the cob.
French bread, French toast, French fries.
Well, should we take off?
Yeah, I'll put the recipe for this out there on the Facebook page and stuff. And I guess I'll come up with a logo. Now, it was called Get Baked with Viking Stew, right?
Hold on.
Get baked with Viking stew.
Getting baked, right?
Getting baked.
Got it. I don't mind the get baked, but cool. I'll come up with a quick little logo for that, and we'll do it. We'll have a T-shirt.
Each shirt has a different recipe.
Oh, shit. Dude.
Brainwave right there.
Nice call. Nice call. That's almost as brilliant as the Go Game Aquarium. Almost.
See that? That was weird. I did the first time, and it was flickering.
I know, it was brilliant. I was like, wow, how'd you get, you must have found that magic spot.
Speaking of magic spots.
I didn't think we were going to talk about that.
Right there.
Oh,
Right
Mystic
there.
Seer, what's in the box?
Period.
I think he's talking about your box, Stuart.
No, I don't have a box.
What was in that again?
It's a little gazebo thing.
Oh, I thought it was ingredients for next week's recipe.
It's the pretzels for next week's recipe. Right there. Yeah. No, that's what it is. It's I don't know. It's that size. Oh, here's the weight. It's 80 pounds.
80 pounds.
Yeah, that's why I had to drag it. Why don't you go get that off the porch, she says.
Because she doesn't want to come home and have it still sitting there.
All 80. You don't have to worry about anybody ripping it off. That's like my 410 cab. You know, you can leave that sitting somewhere for a minute. It does have wheels, but nobody's going to be dragging that badass thing around. I think I'll steal that. I can get out of here in no time. Yeah, not happening. And in fact, that's how I ended up with. I'll show you my 410 cab sometime soon. I'll do it on the Hammer Away show, but that's how I ended up getting that, because I was in the office and a couple of the guys had it in the stairway. It was a sample for the company, and they're like, "Who's going to want this thing?" They're like, "Somebody who doesn't mind hauling heavy ass equipment around." And I stepped in the stairway. I go, "That's me. I shall take it. Get it out of here. We don't want to know where it went." Okay. So that's how me and my Ampeg 410 cab got together. And we're still happy. I just used it the other day. So,
well, I think we're at the Go Game Gone time.
We are Go Game Going. We are.
All right. Thanks for watching, everyone.
I hope you guys enjoyed the baking. And we'll be making the next recipe I'll be sharing is Viking honey beer bread. So be ready for that. Another simple recipe, another really good simple recipe that you can get it together, throw it in the oven, and leave it alone for about an hour, and go watch Two Broke Girls or Top Gun, or you can see most of Top Gun.
Or the Rise of Skywalker.
Like I said, if you want to keep your appetite for when it's done, stay away from Rise of Skywalker.
The Thor hammer.
Better yet,
With
put
one
on
last
Rise of Skywalker and then go in the kitchen and make it. You just be out of the
Still,
room while it's on.
Still your child's.
Steal your child. Oh my! It's been great having you on the show tonight.
All right. I think that does it.
All right. Have a great rest of the week. We're coming to the weekend again. So, and I won't be around tomorrow night. I'm busy.
So next week, you'll be broadcasting from the gazebo.
I think you're right. I think you're right. You know, Christine loves you for that already. She's like, yay, anything to motivate him to put the thing up.
That way it has to be done in a week.
It's got to be done. Get her done.
that's a great idea.
Yeah. Pete, come on down and help me put it up.
All right, we'll be down tomorrow.
And then I can bring a TV out and we could watch Rise of Skywalker on the back porch.
Awesome. It's a date.
It is. It is a date.
All right. We will see you guys later.
See ya. Thanks a lot, guys.